Abstract wooden jewelry is one of those rare art forms that feels both ancient and futuristic at the same time. It doesn't try to mimic gold or silver. It doesn't chase shine or sparkle. It doesn't scream for attention. Instead, it sits close to the skin like something remembered, something quiet, something that feels like it was grown, not made. It speaks softly through shape, texture, and presence. And the more time you spend with it, the more you start to notice how rich and layered that softness really is. This isn't about necklaces made of polished beads or rustic pendants shaped like feathers or leaves. This is abstraction. It's about form for its own sake. About angles and curves. Negative space and weight. Geometry, yes, but not always perfect. Sometimes there are jagged shards or incomplete circles or floating layers that look like they're hovering just above the skin. It's wearable sculpture. Carved, burned, sanded, oiled, and sometimes left a little bit raw, just enough to keep the story of the wood alive. Every piece starts with the wood itself, and not just any scrap or stick. Artists choose their material like a painter chooses pigment. Ebony with its deep black weight. Maple, pale and clean like bone. Walnut, full of rich, swirling chocolate grain. Olive wood, almost golden with lines that dance across every surface. Then there are exotics, zebrawood, paddock, purple heart, each with its own visual rhythm. Some artists even use reclaimed woods, broken furniture, fallen branches, offcuts from forgotten projects, bringing not just color and texture, but history. And when they start carving, there's no blueprint. Not really. Maybe a loose sketch. Maybe just an idea of contrast. Light versus dark. Smooth against rough. Thick next to thin. The form evolves in the maker's hands. A block of walnut becomes a sharp-edged pendant that tilts just off-center. A slice of ash becomes a pair of earrings that curve inward like petals collapsing. A slender stick of maple is cut, twisted, and laminated to itself in a loop that defies expectation, like a Mobius strip in natural form. You see these pieces and your mind doesn't always know what it's looking at right away. That's the point. Abstract wooden jewelry makes you slow down, makes you look again. It pulls you in with a kind of subtle tension. How is that hanging? Why does that angle feel right? What's holding that shape in place? It's visual curiosity you wear on your body. A kind of mobile architecture for the neck, the wrist, the ears, the fingers. And despite being made of wood, these pieces are rarely bulky. They're light, almost impossibly so. Sanded paper thin in some places. Layered in others. Balanced with metal, brass, copper, sterling wire, or suspended on dark cords, leather straps, linen threads. There's no glitter. No gems. Just texture. Just shape. Just light playing off the grain. The grain itself becomes a kind of voice in these pieces. On a flat pendant, the lines might run diagonally, then abruptly shift, where two pieces of contrasting would meet at an odd angle. That edge becomes a highlight. On earrings, the curves might follow the natural pattern in the wood, emphasizing a wave or swirl that already existed before the carving began. Some artists lean into this, selecting pieces where the figure of the wood does half the talking. Others push past it, layering or laminating, creating completely new forms that break free from the natural pattern. Burning is common, controlled scorch marks, carbon edges, blackened tips. Not for decoration but for depth. A blackened underside makes a shape appear to float. A scorched edge can contrast a pale face. It's like shadow built into the material. And then there's finishing. Some pieces are left matte, barely oiled, so the wood feels like skin, warm and dry. Others are polished until they shine, revealing every ripple in the grain like topography. But no piece feels manufactured. Nothing is glossy in the factory sense. These are objects you touch without thinking, pieces that improve the more they're worn. And where changes them. Oils from the skin, contact with air, exposure to light, all of it contributes to the evolution of the piece. A pale maple pendant might darken over time, taking on honeyed tones. A sanded edge might smooth even further with daily wear. These changes aren't flaws. They're the second half of the design. The artist starts the piece. The wearer finishes it. That's what makes abstract wooden jewelry so deeply personal. It adapts. It lives. Some pieces are bold, large geometric statements that sit across the collarbone or hang low against the chest. Others are subtle, tiny studs, minimalist rings, earrings that barely move until you catch them out of the corner of your eye. But even the smallest design carries presence. Because the material isn't trying to copy anything else. It's not pretending to be metal or glass. It's just wood. Grounded. Familiar. Elevated. You often find asymmetry in these designs. Not in a haphazard way but intentional imbalance. One earring slightly longer than the other. A pendant shaped like a lopsided triangle. A ring that bulges just a bit on one side. These imperfections aren't errors. They're emphasis. They make the piece feel more human, more handmade. They catch the eye. They remind you that this wasn't made in a mold. It was shaped by hand. It was thought through even in its asymmetry. There's something timeless about that. Not trendy. Not seasonal. Not tied to color palettes or fashion cycles. A good abstract wooden piece can be worn with anything. It can be formal or casual. It can disappear or become the center of attention depending on how it's worn. And when it sits against the skin, it never feels cold. Never feels artificial. Just warm, textured, solid. Like it belongs there. Some designers push boundaries even further, integrating movement into their pieces. A pendant that spins gently. Earrings with offset weights that sway unpredictably. Even tiny magnets used to let two carved halves shift and click into place. These aren't gimmicks. They're explorations. Little kinetic sculptures you carry with you. Pieces that don't just sit still, they respond. To breath. To motion. To light. Others work at micro scale. Tiny abstract carvings set into resin. Miniature mosaics of wood fragments, fitted together like puzzles. Layered laminates of contrasting species. Dark walnut next to pale holly, reddish paddock against creamy ash. The contrast creates tension. Visual friction. A dialogue between materials. All contained in an object no bigger than a coin. It's not always about wood alone. Some artists pair it with textiles. Embroidered cords, felt backings, wool threads. Others mix it with stone, tiny inlays of slate, marble, or even river rock. But no matter what it's combined with, wood is the core. The voice. The element that grounds the entire piece. And that's what people feel when they wear it. Not flash. Not luxury. But intention. Warmth. Integrity. Every cut in the grain, every shift in angle, every unexpected turn in the form, it all points back to one idea. This was made with thought. With care. And with a willingness to step outside the expected. You won't find abstract wooden jewelry in most mall display cases. It doesn't mass produce well. It can't be stamped or poured. It resists uniformity. And that resistance is part of the beauty. It takes time. A real person made it. A person who paused, revised, reshaped, sanded, oiled, and looked at it from every angle before deciding it was done. Abstract wooden jewelry isn't about diamonds or gold or shine. It's about form. About grain. About shapes that don't need to explain themselves. These pieces are carved, turned, or shaped into bold lines and raw curves, not to blend in but to stand apart. Some are small, a pendant the size of a fingertip, cut into a twisted oval, worn smooth like a worry stone. Others are large, statement necklaces with interlocking geometric blocks, each one sanded down to show every pore of the wood. Earrings that stretch and curl like wind-swept leaves. Bracelets that look like they were peeled from a tree and wrapped around your wrist. It's wearable sculpture. No strict patterns. No predictable cuts. Every edge is intentional, sometimes sharp, sometimes soft. Some pieces are carved to look like motion, a flowing line, a ripple, a twist. Others are pure geometry, cubes, spheres, spirals, cut clean from dark hardwoods like walnut or ebony. Color isn't painted on, it's grown. You'll see the natural shift from sapwood to heartwood. Dark lines curling through pale backgrounds. Sometimes there's a burn, just enough to deepen the contrast. Sometimes there's oil, to bring out the glow, the warmth, the hidden fire in the grain. Some jewelry is layered, thin plywood sheets stacked and shaped into waves. Others are hollowed, letting light pass through the middle. Some use contrast woods, maple and wenge, cherry and ash, creating stripes and edges that pop. A simple ring can feel ancient. A minimalist earring can feel architectural. The finishes are never glossy. You're not trying to make it look like plastic. You want to feel the wood. The softness of a hand-rubbed oil. The dry touch of lightly sealed raw grain. The slight texture that tells you, this was made with hands, not stamped in a mold. Abstract wooden jewelry works because it doesn't follow trends. It doesn't try to match your outfit. It tries to match your energy. Bold without being loud. Natural without being rustic. Clean without being cold. Is for people who want to wear something different, and mean it. You don't just wear a shape. You wear the process. The carving. The sanding. The moment the artist stopped and said, yes, that's it. Even the imperfections, the knot, the swirl, the off-center hole, are part of the story. Nothing is perfect. That's what makes it honest. And it's light. Wood weighs less than metal. That means big shapes don't feel heavy. You can wear bold without discomfort. Sculptural without bulk. A necklace that looks like it weighs a pound might be lighter than your phone. That freedom changes how it's worn, more movement, more presence. Some pieces incorporate metal, brass inlays, steel hoops, silver pins, but the wood is always the focus. The metal just frames it, supports it, grounds it. Other designs use leather, cord, hemp, or waxed thread, earthy materials that echo the natural edge of the piece. Making it takes time. You start with the grain, cut the shape, carve, sand. Sand again, then again. You test it on the skin. Make sure it sits right, that it turns the right way when you walk, that it doesn't catch, that it moves with you. And once it's finished, it doesn't feel like something new. It feels like something you've always had. Like something you should have found in the bottom of a drawer in a quiet studio. Something forgotten, then rediscovered. That's what abstract wood jewelry does. It's timeless by not trying to be anything at all. Whether it's a single minimalist ring, or a full set of sculpted, layered, impossible to ignore pieces, it always feels connected. Not just to the person wearing it, but to the hands that made it, and the tree it came from, and the air it now moves through one step at a time. That's what makes abstract wooden jewelry different. It doesn't just look natural. It is. It's design stripped down to its purest form. Texture, shape, movement, presence. Worn close, held tight, carved with meaning. And it never needs to sparkle.